Welcome everybody to the stream. Alright. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Surf Pup stream. Alright. Using a bit of a new streaming software. Should be a little bit more cleaner. Gonna check out and see exactly how well this works. So okay, it did not use the right title at all, unfortunately. That was a massive failure. Okay, anyways, so I'm gonna be telling you guys what we're gonna be doing today. Um, I'm also gonna try to see if I can change this name. You're going to edit the details. Okay. Five. Yeah. The balloons. How do you spell it? Is it? I actually don't care right now. I have more important things to be talking about. Alright, I don't know. And wants them. Want this. Alright, okay, this should be fine. And it's perfect. Alright, hopefully I changed the title properly. So, today hold on. I don't wanna, okay, just had to make sure. So, actually you can see it right there. Sorry, this is probably echoing a little bit. No sound walk, can't hear anything. It's perfect. You can't hear him? I can hear things. Dang, bro, I don't know what's wrong. But but yeah, we're I don't know. Hmm. Alright. Well, I hope you can hear me now. Um, I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me. But um oh my gosh, there's so many people. Wait, what? Oh, there's so many people now. Okay, the reason I stopped this was because I had actually stopped doing this in particular money making method because a lot of people were on the server, but then people started leaving, and so I didn't have as much of this money making method. As you can see right here, some of the spots where things would spawn. There's usually a lot of blue pearls in there. There's a sand dollar that spawns right there. And then here on this, there's one, two, three. There's one, two, three. There's usually about six white sand dollars here. There's a white sand dollar. There's a couple in here. Oh, so now they're spawning. All right, so I just now stopped doing this a little bit of a money making method. I found the best way to make money on Catlantis, and so it's pretty it's pretty simple, but it's quite complicated, and I'll be making a video on it, but I'm not 100% sure if anybody will exactly be able to use it. It's a little bit cheesy, if you know what I mean. However, as you can see, I've managed to make a lot of money. I'm almost at 120,000 120,000 doubloons. And so the way of how you make this is you go here to the Robux shop and you just simply buy a bunch of doubloons over and over again. So you can get these doubloons here for these for that amount. That's how I managed to make all that. And then no, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That's not how I made all this money. Actually, there's a legitimate game in the way, allegedly legitimate. I don't know. Um, but it is a pretty good way to make money. However, I might need to have a little bit of chat with you, Maddie, about this money making method, but it's fine. Anyways, so as you can see, the title of the stream is anybody who wants to, you can just go ahead and comment your username in Roblox, and I'll give you like 5,000 blends for free if you just come to if you're just on my stream and you want 5,000 doubloons. I'll totally give it to you because I have found a really good way to make money, and 5,000 doubloons is now like nothing to me, which you can tell if you like go back and search my videos. You can see that I went from having like 24,000 doubloons, and then I made another video shortly after where it was like 48,000 doubloons, and now I'm at like almost 120,000 doubloons. So my money has been growing exponentially quick. There's a very specific reason about that. However, I'm terribly sorry. I can't really. I could, but I'm not gonna mention anything about how I've made all this money exactly. Not until I've mentioned it to Maddie. I'm not gonna tell anybody else about this because it is a little bit questionable, I suppose. But it kind of starts here with these white sand dollars. These white sand dollars, oh my gosh, they're crazy. And I've memorized so many locations where they spawn. So if you guys want to know, like there's one there, one around here, one up here, one up here. Is it there? No, it's not there. There's one right there. There should be one around here somewhere. There's one over here. There's one down here. Up there it is. There's one over here. And actually, if we go through this tunnel here, we should see a couple because I think they've spawned in. There's one right there. There's one right there that's actually there. There should be one. Oh, yep, there it is right there. There's 6 on this mountain. Right now, there's only that one because obviously I just picked them all up. Along with these pink pearls. If you're not seeing a lot of pink pearls, that's because I picked them all up. However, I have managed to figure something out that if we have a lot of people on the server like this, which now there's barely anybody on the server. Here's a white sand dollar. There's not really a lot of people on the server right now, so um, this is kind of see. There's a white sand dollar. There's 2 on this mountain. There's one right there. Like I was saying, crap, I can't remember. I get so sidetracked so easily, but when there's a lot more people on the server, it's a lot easier to make money this way. But anyways, now back to the whole thing about the stream is just anybody who wants to get 5,000 free to blends. It's probably going to be nobody, but I'm going to mention it here in the chat real quick anyways. All right. Excuse me. I'm streaming on the actually I'm going to spell it YouTube called Surf Up Sing. I'll give you 5K to balloons if you comment on my stream. Oh, that's completely blurred. Okay, I'm guessing you're not allowed to do advertising and stuff. That was kind of my whole idea here. Let's see, there's one. They're finally spawning in. Oh my, that orca just everywhere. Oh my goodness, he's running. Not 110% sure exactly what I'm gonna say about this now. I don't know. Anybody who's watching the stream there, I'll give you 5,000 balloons. And also, if you like watch it later, I guess, which I don't know, anybody who would want to watch this later, I'll still give you 5,000 balloons. Except, I mean, I guess I'd run out of money eventually, but I can pretty quickly make it all back. I don't know, it's just some crazy thing that I figured out about Catlantis, and so I guess when I get off of here, I'm probably gonna call Kata Lynch is in the the one in the chat who said no sound wah, can't hear anything. I'll probably end up calling her and telling her about this because it's actually a glitch that I found that's kind of crazy. And it all started when I was making a boss fight video. So I was like, in this area, I was like, oh, guys, we totally need to add a boss fight to Catlantis. So I was like, we should add a boss fight. And a blue pearl kept spawning here. Now, there's not enough people on the server right now. I don't think it's going to go crazy like it did. I think that's how it is. Take this with a grain of salt, but I think things spawn in more when more people are on the server. That has very little to do with this glitch, however, it does a little bit for it. So it is pretty important to have a lot of people on the server like this. As you can see, we had some sand dollars, but it all started with blue pearls, just some blue pearls, and I was filming that video, and a little bit while I was filming that video, it was kind of maybe a little after, but it was basically while I was filming that video, I found this glitch, and I don't think it's actually in the video. I don't think I kept it in the video, but it's kind of a crazy glitch, and so I was gonna make a video explaining the whole thing. However, I really hope that a boss fight gets added, and there should be a boss fight in that room, and there should be a boss fight in this room. As you can see, gosh, blue pearls are spawning in. White sand dollars are everywhere. Dang. See, there's something this glitch is like very fragile, and if you make a mistake, then it's like hours of work you put into this glitch for nothing. But it does take quite a while to set up, but once you have it set up, you start making money like insanely fast, and so it is pretty crazy. And of course, the first thing I did when I found this glitch is I immediately reported it, obviously, which is true. I did immediately report it. See, more people are joining the server. I don't know if that has anything to do, but as you can see, the white sand dollars are appearing in the spots. I don't think it actually has anything to do, but it's a theory of mine that the more people that are on, it like everybody adds onto the meter of how quickly things spawn. Every time I'm streaming, I knock this over. I'm not every time I stream. I want to show you what it is real quick. Actually, it's this little guy. It's Doodle Bob. Every time I'm streaming, I always knock him over, and I don't know why, but I keep accidentally knocking him over, and I never do that when I'm like by myself. Like I don't knock him over, but I guess when I'm streaming and I'm like throwing my hands around, I'll just knock him over. Oh my gosh, look at how many sand dollars. One, two, three, four already. Wow. There's so many sand dollars over here. That is actually insane. I guess I could walk around and pick them up, but I don't know. I'm not gonna bother with it. But I don't know. I guess I could just try to give people like $5,000. See if they'll take it. It's actually crazy what I found, but I don't know. But yeah, when I discovered it when I was collecting blue pearls, and then like I did some stuff, and then just all of a sudden, bam, I was making infinite money, and so I was like, so this is probably not normal. So I went here, and I don't think it was feedback. I just hit report bug, and then I was like, okay, so I was able to make infinite money, and so my text was very professional, and you can actually, if I do end up uploading a video on this, first of all, that probably means that the bug got patched, but second of all, you're going to be able to see the absolutely hilarious thing that I typed up. It's pretty funny in my opinion. It was like something about, oh my gosh, I just did this, and it was like actually insane, and now I can make infinite money. And I was like, you know, I mean, I know who works on this game. I'm sure they would find it funny. I don't know if like, you know, Maddie would be reading it, but I mean, I was just like, this will probably be funny if I type this up real quick. and it was also a legitimate glitch, so I had a good reason. Not to mention the fact it was kind of, I mean, I don't want to say a game-breaking glitch, but it was kind of a big deal. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of a big deal, alright? So, I'm just saying, let's see, I've also memorized, like, not just, like, all these locations of where sand dollars spawn, but I've also memorized every single location where these little guys spawn. I don't know where they are right now, but let's see, there's one over here. There's one that usually spawns around here somewhere. There he is. He's that little snake in the floor. He's in that little corner. He's hiding. And then there's two that spawn right here as well. So there's this guy, and then I think he's the one who spawned on top of here. So there will be one under here. Here he is. And if we go over here, see this rock? Usually there will be one above this rock. He's either on the rock or above the rock. And now if a dolphin spawns, they can just like start running wherever. But otherwise they'll usually just float up and down. Now there's also one that will usually spawn in here. However, sometimes they don't end up spawning, but it's fine. Doesn't appear like there's one in there right now. There's usually one above this rock right here. Doesn't look like he's here, but I collected him earlier if you saw that. There's usually two guys in here, that dolphin that I collected earlier, and then there's, oh, would you look at that? Here he is, right up here. And there will be that guy right there. These guys will give you plenty of marine researchers XP. Let's see, how much? Dang, I found 2,637 sea creatures. That's a lot of sea creatures. Excuse me. Let's see, there's one right here above this rock. There's one right over here in this little area. There should be one. Here he is. He's tweaking out like crazy right now, but this is the one that goes right here. Oh, he's normal. So usually like right above this rock somewhere, he'll be around here. Then if we go this way, there should be one right here. He is, just on cue. Would you look at that? All right, now this is where it gets a little bit more complicated and tricky. This Orca, I'm assuming, spawned from right here. Usually there will be one around right here. There will be one right here where this little bitty clownfish is. Now this is where it starts getting a little tricky and foggy. There will be one somewhere around here. I think I already collected that orca. I don't know, there's like probably one around here. And there's a lot of white sand dollars down here. However, earlier when I was looking for them, they were not spawning at all. Jaden6 sent you a connection request. Okay. Hello. Hello, friend. I'll just say hello to you a bunch of times until, okay, let's see, right here. Don't see him anywhere, however, there will usually be one that spawns right here as well. Let's see, there are two. So I remember saying this earlier. There's one there, one there, one there. The white sand dollars is what I mean. See, there's a sea creature right here. There should be another one somewhere around here. It's usually, I guess, a dolphin or an orca will spawn somewhere around here, I think. And then up here, there will usually be one. I'm not seeing one right now there, but there's usually one up there. And then there'll sometimes be one somewhere around here. And is this jellyfish still here? Would you look at that? So jellyfish spawning up here, that's actually super rare. I've only seen that like one or two other times. And then there'll be a jellyfish that can spawn right here, but there's usually only two active at the same time. Let's see, there's a jellyfish right here. Let's see, so those two spots. And then there's a spot right here where jellyfish can spawn, a spot right here where jellyfish can spawn. I think I missed a spot. Oh my gosh, I'm getting the rainbow stuff. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's really rare, even though I have no proof that it is, but I've been getting a lot of it. But there's one right there and there that spawn, the jellyfish spawn. There's a couple other places here in the coral reef that I probably totally missed. Oh, I know one that I missed. There's one on top of this little thing right here that they'll spawn on. So there's also that. I don't know. I'm probably missing quite a few other places. As you can see, there's a lot more creatures than I've previously mentioned. But the thing is that if it's a dolphin or an orca, it'll like swim around. So you can never really know exactly where they'll be. Oh my gosh, I'm getting even more rainbow jellyfish stuff. Awesome. All right. Well, um, I don't know. I was ready to give a lot of, I was ready to give like tons of people money because like I have so much money and I I just have a lot of money. I don't really care about what to do with it kind of because I mean I know a way to make really big money really quickly. So I don't know. Hang on, who's that one? Let's see, they're not online. Dang, I don't know who that one person was, but I don't know. Anyways, for everybody who tuned into the stream, aka my cousin, thank you for tuning into the stream. Um, let's see. I'm gonna check one more quick little thing. Let's see if I haven't walked the pets yet. It's usually what I like to do in between these kind of times, but I guess I haven't walked any. I think it's this one, and this one. And by the way, I figured out exactly how it goes. Also, that one's name is Rix. I know exactly how it goes. So this is green seaweed, green seaweed, blue seaweed, green seaweed, blue seaweed, green seaweed, red seaweed, green seaweed, red seaweed. And so, and about a day, or maybe it's 2 days, but I think it's after about a day, this will all swap. So this red seaweed, green seaweed is going to come down here. This will be red seaweed, green seaweed. This will be green seaweed, green seaweed. This will be blue, green. That will be blue, green. This will be red, green. So I figured out the pattern. I know the method. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the stream. I don't really know anything else of what to talk about, I guess, except for my boss fight ideas. I really want a boss fight getting added to Catlantis. I think it would be really cool. If anything, it would be funny, but I don't know, it's whatever. I have a little friend here. Let's see. I wonder if Shattered Paw is online. I see that guy online all the time, along with another person named Mushroom. Those two people are literally online every single time I get on. Maybe. I mean, obviously they're not on right now, but I think it's like whenever it's late at night, yeah, they're usually on, which is crazy because they're always on and it's always late at night. I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to get this chest. I really want to get that chest, but I have no idea as to how I could possibly do it. But I think there should be a boss fight down in this area, and there should be a way to get to the chest down in this area. The closest I've come to that chest is I've managed to kind of get there. It doesn't really matter. It's not like I'd ever be able to get through those rocks to get to the chest, but if I could get through those rocks, I would actually be able to get to the chest area, but even then it's like through the wall, so I don't know if I'd be able to collect it, but if I could get through the rocks, I would get into the so those were the rocks I was just at. If I could get through those, I could just swim up here and then right through this wall if I could somehow manage to just barely reach that chest. It would be absolutely amazing. But I don't really know how I would ever exactly be able to do that because uh because I can't get through the rocks. And every time I've tried it a little bit and I've managed to get kind of close, but the problem was is that every time I would kind of try it, it would literally just straight up crash my game. So it would crash my game, and I literally had just done all the pet stuff. And when your game crashes, you don't have the saved progress. So unfortunately, I lost all my progress, and I was like, okay, I'm never doing this again, I guess. So I proceeded to not do anything at all about trying to glitch through the wall to get to that chest anymore. But I did for a little while, and I was almost kind of successful, but not really. But it's fine, I guess. But um, I guess I'm just gonna finish walking these little pets right here. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I don't. Is Maddie? I don't know. Maddie said she can't even hear me, but Maddie, if you're in the stream right now, is it okay if I like call you? I'm gonna call Maddie. All right. Okay, I actually can't hear anything. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream until I about this amazing glitch I found.